started. Technical difficulty should show up.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I got it.
Nope.
There we go.
Nope.
Still no?
There.
I got
Now
it.
we got it.
All right. See if I got audio.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies.
There's Chris.
Produced by L&K Productions.
Ah, that's why I forgot. I knew I forgot to change one setting. All right, so that should be good. Tony Wallow gives us a thumbs up, and it switches over, and we're good. So, evening Greg, evening BH, evening Chris.
Hey.
Good to see everybody. Sorry I couldn't join anyone on Doug or my stream today, but as you know, I was driving all over the Midwest. We got to Champaign in under 2 hours. Getting there was a breeze. Coming back, there was a couple things she wanted to go see, like the Covered Bridge Festival, which we saw the festival. We didn't get out and enjoy it because A, it was 39 degrees, and B, there was about, 6,000 people there, so I elected not to stop. And then there's this big sign that says 3 covered bridges, half a mile. Oh, cool. We'll go get a couple pictures of the covered bridges. They wanted $10 entry fee to go take pictures of these covered bridges, and you had to walk to 2 of them. So I said, no, thank you.
No.
And the guy, I'll tell you how desperate for business they were. They were like, well, we'll waive the fee since it's a cloudy, cold day today. We'll just ask for donations. I said, no, I'm not going to get out and walk to take a picture. So he go, oh, you can drive to one bridge, sir. I'm like, no, thank you. So, but it was a good day. She's got all of her Filipino stuff now. She's going to be happy for at least 3 months.
Did you ever tell that guy to set up a mail order service?
I think it changed owners
Oh.
because we were sitting there with about 6 minutes before it opened, and Mrs. K got out and made sure it opened it at 10, which it did their time. And then this guy pulled up, and we were like, oh, there he is. And then, no, he didn't get out. And then these 2 women pull up, and she stumbled up to the door and fiddled around with the keys and finally got it open. So I said, where's the guy at? And she mumbled something in her language, and Lauren goes, oh. So I don't know. Maybe it was his day off or something. I'm actually going to work something out with Jeff because it's cheaper to buy it in Vegas and have him ship it to me than it was for us to drive over to Illinois and drive back. It will be cheaper.
Oh yeah, all the gas.
Product alone is going to be $2 cheaper. So right there, we bought 4. That's $8 right there. And then to mail it over from Vegas to here, what, maybe $12-15 at the very most?
I'd say less than that.
I hope so. Speaking of mailing, BH, you getting excited for maybe tomorrow?
I'm hopeful. Yeah.
Yeah, we got home. I told Lauren, I said, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me up at 5:30. 6:45, I wake up and I go, what happened at 5:30? Oh, you were sleeping so well, I didn't wake you. Yeah, can't win. Can't live with them, can't live without them. So even cheaper from Amazon. No, Photo Mix Media is in the house. Robert's in the house. Tony's in the house. It's not available on Amazon. It's one of the few things I have not been able to find on Amazon. The product is called Maxi Peel. It's a what do you call it? It's like face lotion. You put it on your face, like Noxzema or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's a woman thing. Amazon. So I've gone here a million times. When I type it in, Maxi Peel, and then she wants number 3 or number 2. We'll just see if we can find. Now watch, it'll show up. So you would think this would be it right here. It's not. It comes in a green package, and I have scoured this and scoured this and scoured this to no avail.
Did you just do a general web search?
Maxi Peel. So I'll bring up the images first. This is what it looks like. This is what we're wanting, right? Or that's what she's wanting right there.
Yeah, well, the first search result was the home site. Let's go back.
Go back one to
Yeah.
all. This one.
Yeah.
That's .ph. That's Philippines, I guess.
Yeah, it's out of the Philippines. Way back when I did contact them about this, and they said exfoliation, that's what it is.
Go
They-
back up. What is I gagging the gall with? What does that mean?
Hang on. Babe, I need you a second. It's an emergency.
It's not an emergency.
Chris, be quiet. It's an emergency. Let's see if I can get her in here to tell me what I have no idea what that means.
A Gangaka.
That's pretty
A
good.
Canada. That's almost like Canada.
Well,
Yeah, you can do that. I just thought of that.
what is it? In gang. In
Copy it.
I can't. I tried to copy and paste it. It won't let me.
I gag
And okay, I gag and daka. I gag and
Emergency is it?
daka. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the translator. Please, oh, sorry. Move back. Move back.
Igaganda
Move
ha.
back.
do it like you do it with a speaker. See how you pronounce it.
No, igaganda ka.
Have a seat.
Why do I have to take a seat? Where did you get this language?
We are trying to get your product with the help of the Zoom homies. So we went to MaxiPeel
Oh,
because we went to Amazon. We couldn't
Must
find
make
it.
that
So
in
now
there.
we're
Wow.
here, and they wanted to know what I gag and daka means.
it
So I went,
says,
it means you will be beautiful.
no, it says more beautiful. So
That's not what it says. It says you
Oh,
be
okay,
beautiful.
argue with me. That's my language.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't argue
So
with
it means to say if you use this one, you're beautiful, but you will become more beautiful if you use this one.
you. All right.
That's what it means. Okay.
Mm-mm. Answer any questions that the group may have, please.
Oh, what? Okay, questions. What's the wink wink thing there? Any questions? Anybody? Anyone?
When's your next cooking show?
Wait a minute. That's not fair. I can't hear the questions.
So this is when is the next cooking show? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not too busy. Next cooking show. What is my day off? Oh, Sunday is my day off. Maybe.
Make some lumpia.
Oh, you like to? Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'll share you how I'll share you how to make the lumpia. I share to everybody how to make lumpia. It's a long process, but yeah, it's so simple but long. You have to cook
When
them.
I made them the first time, they were that big.
What do you mean that big? They're usually long and small, like
I know.
yeah.
I know.
What you're gonna do with it is you have a fresh lumpia wrapper, because if you have an old one, it won't work right.
Well, good night, everybody. Mrs. K's running the show.
Shut up. You know how to make lumpia is I usually do it like I cook first the meat and the vegetables together, because I
Yeah.
like it cooked, rather than some others they just put the meat in there, put some spices, and then wrap it up and fry it. I usually cook my meat first and then the vegetables and then I wrap it. I don't know, but I'm just a big fan of cooking. I would like to cook the meat first. I don't wanna just fry it right away.
I've been cooking for almost 50 years.
Oh, and you cook lumpia yourself?
I used to,
Oh, how did you do it?
like you said, the
Yes,
onions, the carrots.
yeah.
I can't remember, there was a recipe a lady from the
Live
Philippines
from
gave me.
Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show,
So
featuring the Zoom
just makes
homies,
the raw,
produced by
the
LK
meat,
Productions.
grounded beef. You know, when you make lumpia, the best lumpia is you mix pork and beef together. Because if it's just beef, when you eat the lumpia, the meat inside tends to be very like hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you mix it with any other meat like chicken, usually the good combination is chicken, pork, and beef together, and then you just cook it, let it cool down, and then after when it cools down, then you start wrapping it.
yeah,
Then you don't have to fry it really long and frying because the vegetables and the meat is already cooked.
yeah.
You
that's
just wait
true.
until it turns right golden brown and then just take it off.
Yeah,
Yep, because if you don't cook the meat and you just put it right away in the lumpia, you know there's tendency that the meat will not be very much cooked. So, and I don't like that. I like it more. Yeah, I like it more cooked. I don't know. It's just a thought about not so cooked meat. Is not. I don't think that's good either. Okay. I my husband is in the waiting room. He's there. What are you doing?
he went to
there?
sleep. He took a
No,
nap.
Don't look at me. Look at the
You
camera.
have to do the rest of the
he
show.
looks like he's in the waiting room. Like, okay, get the camera right there, right there. What are you doing?
I'm waiting.
Okay,
I've been putting time out.
it's your turn now. Come on.
Bye.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. K. That was very enjoyable. The Lupia show. Thank you very much.
Whatever.
Get out of here. Oh, put that frying pan down.
Yeah, that's right.
So we know it makes you look beautiful. So we'll research that later. Hi, Alex.
I've been here listening to y'all's antics. I was eating some cupcakes on so I didn't want to make you want any, so I turned the camera off.
Hello,
Hi,
Mimi.
Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
So Dr. Rob says looking real good. Thank you, Dr. Rob. Check out my thumbnail, and I'll get back to that later. Yes, everybody hold your cup up except B. Tringer. They did get it, actually. Good call, BH. Good call. So, Dr. Rob says looking real good. Thank you. Yeah, I did look good 5 minutes ago when Mrs. K was sitting here.
Now officially, it's official. Everybody got their cup.
No, we don't know about Darren, and BH doesn't have his yet.
Oh,
Maybe tomorrow, he's speculating.
I have today.
You like it?
Yeah.
Good. Chris Garrett says I'm 4th, 5th, or 6th. If she wants to do a cooking show of showing you guys how to make lumpia, I will gladly do that. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to 179 subscribers.
you did 1,079.
The only requirement is that you make sure that you hold your phone sideways.
What's that noise?
Mimi,
It's Jose. Oh, he's trying to fine tune us in. That's what he's doing. So, I know how to hold the phone sideways. Mrs. K, on the other hand, who shot my granddaughter and I dancing yesterday in portrait mode, does not know how to hold the phone.
well, the video. Did you mean to send me a video of your granddaughter's birthday? Because it was only it looked like you didn't mean to send it to me as a video. because it was only like 1 second long.
No, I sent that to you. That was intentional. Has it been driving you up the wall yet?
What, the video?
Mm-hmm.
It was just driving me up the wall that it was only like 1 or 2 seconds long, and I couldn't.
It was 1 second. I'm aware. So anyway, Jose, you still have some audio problems. It sounds like you're driving, maybe. Not sure. Hi, Rick. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Hello,
See everybody.
Hello.
Greg already said hi to you. You were like one of the first. I think you were first, actually. I think it was you, then BH, then Chris. We can always rewind it and see.
Who, me?
No, the other Greg.
No, it was Tony at 7:20 and BH Ringer,
I-
then Tony again, and then me.
Yeah, and that, I believe all that changed because I went in and I edited the thumbnail and added the little thumbnail that I very hastily created tonight. And this has actually got me thinking about a few things. I did that really, really super quick, and it's really, really super horrible. There's no
I think it looks
argument.
good.
I think it looks terrible. But as that saying goes, I believe we are our own worst critic, are we not?
To each his own.
So something like that. Bear with me a second here.
Time's up.
Go back and find the "you're going to be more beautiful," which that translates that you're just going to be beautiful. But hey, it's her language. Who am I to argue?
You know, you always said don't trust Google.
I always trust Google. What are you talking about? So I threw this together. It's a picture of Alex and I, obviously, and then I went and got a YouTube JPEG. I don't like the fact. There we go. The DaVinci Resolve JPEG and the live, which shouldn't. Oh, it's live because of. It is live. Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. So it's just the specific specifications of 1280 by 720, which is for thumbnail, where some of these aren't. And I noticed when I was perusing through them earlier that you can actually see the edges around it. So this just is mind-boggling as the opportunities this opens up. And I don't want to get into that right now. So thank you for letting me share. Oh, I didn't share that. Oh, Zoom looked out. Greg's going, yay! He didn't share it. So anyway, that's if you look at it, that's where it's at. Let me go back to where I'm supposed to be. And we had an issue when I was with Alex sharing my screen. My 4 monitors were blinking on and off. Now, it would have been really cool if it had been blink, 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 blink. It wasn't. It was blink, 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 blink. It's weird. As soon as I stopped sharing it, they went back to being normal. So, Tim Soul in the house. Hey, Tim. Or maybe not. Maybe it's an imposter. It's probably Doug pretending to be Tim.
Oh, Tim is here?
Tim is here. Within the first 20 minutes, we're up to 10 people.
Cool. In that case, lady.
His humor, I tell you. He'll be back. He'll be back.
I got
Robert.
good news.
Mike, I have not gotten your cup yet. When he gets back on, remind me. I'll let him know. Let me go see what this is about.
I got good news.
You saved on your insurance.
Now. Well, yeah, I did because I canceled my son in Illinois. He went under his mom's policy.
Oh, okay. I bet your good news has something to do with your new hard drive.
Yep.
Mike, I have not gotten your cup ordered yet. I've got some finances to move around before I can do that, but I will get it ordered. My goal is to have it to you by the end of October. If you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. So, looks like Robert's out eating somewhere. He posted a link in the chat room. And
Ooh, I'm here. Hello.
there would be Tim.
Howdy, Tim.
Hey,
Long
Tim.
time no see.
It's been a while. How you been?
Kind of busy.
Yeah, I've seen some of the things you've been posting. You look like you've been real busy.
Busier than I want to be.
Isn't that a good thing, though? I mean,
That's a great thing. Need to do a little more of it.
Yeah, Tim.
yeah. Yeah, Mike.
You're up early tonight. What? Your Mrs. K's back there?
You just missed Mrs. K. She was giving a 5-6 minute instructional lesson on translation of something in Tagalog, and then she's going to take over the channel. Apparently, she's going to start doing a cooking channel. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh.
But yeah, she's off today, so when she's off, I like to get started a little bit earlier. Works out pretty good.
Okay.
So, Tim, do you get paid for those gigs, or is this all out of the kindness of your heart?
I'll be honest with you. 50% of them are free.
Okay.
And the other 50% I get paid for, but that's how you network and get photos. Because people see that, and I quoted somebody $100 for two videos coming up next month.
Nice.
A band.
Then you
Unfortunately,
can photograph me doing jumping jacks.
oh, why not? You can pay me $25 for doing that right now. But anyway, I go out there and network, and I will do a bunch of free stuff. But these guys come back and say, hey, can you shoot this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And they see the work.
Right.
And they love it. You got to get out there and network.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And I got hit hard by the COVID-19 stuff. I almost quit my full-time job. And of course, you guys already know that.
Yeah.
And then again, that was a blessing in disguise. I got a bunch of computers to work on during COVID-19. But now it's just a dead stop. There's nothing going on. I haven't worked on anything but my own stuff. My tablet took a crap over the weekend. An Android tablet. I took that thing apart and
You took a tablet apart.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know how to work on Android stuff.
I was just
now.
thinking of the sheer size of a tablet. I don't know where my tablet's at. It shows you how often I use it, but there's no way in hell I'd want to take that thing apart.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed because that was my other screen. I could watch the chat room at the same time. Now I'm doing two screens on my main computer.
You splitting
But
it?
anyway, yeah, I'm splitting it. Well, two different screens. I like to see what's going on in the chat room, but I haven't been on YouTube or anything in months.
Speaking of chat room, I just now noticed that the chat didn't pop up in OBS like it's supposed to. I wonder if that's one of the deals on the update. They're going to force me to get the update or not. Yeah, we'll see. So, Rick, I know you better sit down when I give you this news. They are predicting snow for us tonight.
Whoa.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh ain't the right word. My sister made it a point to not only call me, but text me with the forecast. And I'm like, yeah.
We're supposed to be 48 tonight.
Hey, I want to get in at least one more round of golf before we actually can't play golf, because of the weather. There's a 90% chance of flurries tonight. That's
Snow?
just,
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. That's
Well, that's flurries. That's not snow. I mean, it's snow,
yeah, yeah. Thank goodness it's not going to accumulate and get on the ground or anything. But still, okay. So next Sunday on her day off, it's going to be 76 degrees and sunny. Now, she's working 16 hours Saturday night, getting off at 6 o'clock Sunday morning. So she should be able to play golf about noon, I think. Yeah, that'll work.
but yeah.
And then after that, it goes downhill. So it's looking like next Sunday. Well, her cousin's supposed to come visit Sunday too, so that might be out. Snow.
That's a bad word.
It is for me. I'm not a big snow fan.
I'm not neither. I like where I'm living at now. I do not miss all that crap in Virginia and North Carolina and Georgia.
No.
You gotta have some snow.
Mountains. Snow's for the mountains.
I loved it as a kid. I hate it now.
I wouldn't say I necessarily loved it.
Well, you know what I mean.
It was nice, but I still reflect back to when I was in school. We would get enough school, they would cancel school. Yet we would still have the basketball games and we'd still have basketball practice. That always amazed me. No school, seriously. Due to the weather, due to road conditions, no school. However, Friday night's varsity basketball game will still be on at 8 o'clock. And the gym was packed.
Yep. This is a thing that used to make me mad. The school buses in Lynchburg, Virginia would go out there and pick you up. We didn't have snow days.
Wow.
We
Hey,
didn't have
Ken?
snow days. And they
Ken?
would pick you up and take you to school. And sometimes the bus would get stuck.
Yeah, Chris.
Hey, the first time the space shuttle exploded, we was out for a snow day here in Georgia. But I think that was the cause of the explosion, I believe, because something's due to cold weather, and there was cold weather in Florida too.
Didn't they determine that was because an O-ring or something did freeze or something along those lines? They determined
cold.
it was mechanical, if I remember right.
That's not what happened.
Is that the story we got? Or am I thinking something else?
I thought it was
Oh,
something to do with cold weather. I don't know.
I thought
it had nothing to do with it.
Is that something we can discuss over live YouTube, or you want to wait till the stream ends?
Oh, we could discuss it, but I don't have all the facts, and I don't have all the information on my hand right now. I'm tired.
You're tired?
That had nothing to do with cold weather.
Well, you go to work at some ungodly hour in the morning, do you not?
Yeah, I get up at 3:30 every morning.
That's ridiculous, but I understand.
But
11:30.
the weather down there in Florida is really nice, and it had nothing to do with that explosion. That was mechanical error.
Yep.
Stop my Twitch and get it going again. Go ahead, talk. I'm trying to fix a little issue I've got going on here.
There's some people on here I've never seen before. Who's Mike? And who's Mimi?
Yeah, so
Mike
one of
and
the
Mimi are married. They live in Canada.
Oh, both of you in Canada?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're both in the same room. What are you talking about? Mike, reach
Oh,
out and touch
really?
Mimi on the shoulder. See?
My
No,
bad. I
Mimi,
hadn't been
Mimi,
around
don't
in a
hit
while.
Mike. Mike, Mimi, put the frying pan down.
Oh, that's cool. No worries.
And then
Oh.
I think everybody else you know. You just missed my wife being here. She was in here translating some things for us because Google Translate apparently was wrong. Imagine that.
Well, nice to meet both of you.
Yeah,
I used
us
to be a
too.
regular on here, but I kind of disappeared for a little while. Cool. He changed his camera angle. They're waving.
Yeah, we set her up I think it was last week. We got her Zoom on her phone.
Yeah, it was
And
last week.
Mike, is your clock accurate? It's 10 o'clock where you're at? Oh, yeah,
Yes,
10
it
o'clock
is.
here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah.
same time. Okay.
7:02 here.
Well, I was on the road the majority of the day driving while Mrs. K slept like she always does. She did get some good pictures in though. I will have to admit that.
Okay.
I heard my name.
Mimi.
I
Mimi,
didn't do a damn thing.
you still working Monday through Thursday, Tim?
Yes, sir.
That would be nice. That'd be kind of one nice advantage of going to work at so early in the morning.
But here's the problem. When you're a professional photographer and you work on computers, you really don't have a day off.
Yeah, your free time is probably far and few between, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have not had a vacation since my father passed away. Let's put it to you that way.
Wow.
And I'm looking at maybe February, March. I'm going to cash in maybe 2 months of vacation and get the hell out of here. Woo-wee!
And you'll take your cameras and you'll
You damn right.
and you'll
All 5 of them and all 6 lenses.
So is it truly going to be a vacation?
Oh, hell yeah. TSA's going to love me.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know yet. I want to hit the Grand Canyon there along the way. But that's just too close by. I can go a little farther than that.
Yosemite's closer.
Yes, I've flown over that and got pictures of Half Dome. I've been there, done that. That's old news. I want to move on to new stuff, you know.
Go to Phoenix and see Carrie.
He would probably trip out if I banged on his front door. Hey, can you show me how you build the big beast? Of course, we already know the other guy. Me and him's good friends too. But anyway,
the other guy.
Well, you know, Doug.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm sorry about my verbiage. I'm tired.
Well, apparently I've been told that I don't speak grammatically correct, even though I speak the English language, but I've been told that I do not speak grammatically correct. That literally went in my right ear and out my left ear. But I don't know if that's because she's my wife or because I don't know.
I know I've heard a lot of husbands say that when their wives talk, it goes in one ear, out the other.
All the time.
I thought I told you that.
What? That I wasn't grammatic. You told me I wasn't. No, Alex, we're driving down the road and we had a 15-minute conversation about my grammar on my English was not proper. And I was like, do you understand what I'm saying? And she says, yes. I said, then that's all that matters. I don't worry about if the verbs before the noun and the pronoun. I don't worry about that stuff.
Don't pay the bills.
I do pay the bills, though. That's all I do.
No, I said it doesn't.
Oh, that's true. That is true. And so far, I haven't had any complaints from anybody else. Well, except Alex. Oh, speaking of that,
You're a bad, bad boy.
just
And
get
there
this.
he goes.
Just get this out of the way
It just
early tonight.
disappears.
Get that done and over with.
Alex is gonna come back. What the?
He will. He's got a
Yeah, he
great.
will.
He's got a
He's
great
not-
sense of humor about it.
What do I do that time? Why does this have to become a nightly
Hey.
affair? It's-
Exactly.
Wait.
It's part of the routine. We have to put you in the waiting room. I get fan mail about, I just love it when you put Alex in the waiting room. Of course, they're all from one guy, but, his name is JKD, but I don't think he's a... Zoom says he's busy Zoom says Sean's busy right now and he'll be later. Okay. So...
Not busy.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to be busy.
Oh, I've got so
Figure
much
that
to do.
one out.
I've got a project that other guy wants me to do that I've actually got started, and I've already revised it about 3 times. And then tonight, Alex and I taught me how to do a quick thumbnail, literally in about 17 minutes. So I'm going to explore that. That was kind of fun, actually.
You said 16 minutes last time.
16, 17. I didn't time it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Grammatically correct.
We should have pushed
You're
the
not
button on the
right.
timer. Gotta
I
see
don't know if I have a
video.
means of knowing how long that took or not. Hold on.
I didn't do it. You did it.
Oh, it's... No, there's no timer. I thought maybe there might be.
So
You
this
don't have a kitchen timer?
Oh, I've got all kind of... I got a timer from a casino in Las Vegas that was sent to me, which I find to be
You
really...
got to be freaking kidding me.
No, I'm not. One of my friends in Vegas, and I'm not sure why, sent me...
And he leaves the room. All right, let's talk crap about Ken now.
And we're waiting.
Yes, let's talk crap about Ken now, because he can't hear you on his headset. He might not...
Yeah, I can't hear anything on my headset. All I hear is garble.
These are pretty good. I like them. They get a little heavy sometimes on my head, but for the most part, yes, my friend in Vegas sent me this timer that says Silverton Casino. Why he sends me a timer from the Silverton Casino, I still don't know. And when I ask him about it, all I get is so I don't know what's wrong with him.
And it's an
And
egg
no,
timer.
it was not Jeff.
So
I'm not going to say anything about that since we're on YouTube.
I got a surprise over the last couple of days. The Bible app that I've been using for literally the past 10 years, I've got notes in it that go all the way back to 2012. And it's literally been the same interface for 10 years. It just got a massive update 10 years later.
Really?
Bible?
Really. No kidding. It's been the same exact interface for 10 years and they just upgraded it.
The Bible.
Wow.
It's a Bible app from a certain company that I use, and I've been using the same app for 10 years and they just upgraded the whole thing.
Well, I got attacked and somebody said I'm the brand new Jesus and there's going to be a third testament added to the Bible. But anyway, that's kind of crazy. Hey, Big Ringer.
Hey,
Nice
doing,
to
Tim?
see you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I've been around.
I-
You haven't.
I wasn't meaning that the actual Bible itself was going to be updated, but I mean the actual app
Oh, app.
that I used was updated, which was real surprising to me that I've been using the same app for 10 years and it just now got an update. They're really, really slow. Their developers are really, really slow at updating.
That's because I was watching a couple YouTube videos and trying to remember how to do it. So it took me a while. I'll try to get the next one out in the next 5 years, though, if that's okay with you.
Well, I'm still trying to get I'm still trying to get the Tibet Bible out there.
I've got a question for Long Dog. He said, but doesn't work the
I
same,
think
just looks
some of you
prettier.
guys.
Your background, your blur is blurring that out.
Screw it. I'm not gonna bother with it.
Yeah, when you use a blur like that, you sometimes almost have to turn it off.
I know. Me being a photographer, I should know better.
Well, that's very true. I keep forgetting
Yes.
that. How many years experience do you have, Tim? Not joking either.
I'm not joking about this. I learned how to use a dark room when I was 10 years old. The picture that the instructor took, come to find out, me and her were neighbors. I'm looking for her right now. I want to thank her. I grew up in Lynchburg, Virginia. Long story short, Randolph-Macon Women's College was my backyard. That was my playing ground. I was out there on my little red bike, 10 years old. She said, "Hey, can I take a picture?" Sure. Next thing I know, we found out that we were neighbors. She taught me how to use a black room and how to use a Canon A1 camera I believe was the first camera I laid my hands on. And one of those pictures that she took of me was sold for $400 in a fine art center to a club right next door to Randolph-Macon Women's College. Well, it's not called that no more now. It's called Randolph-Macon University. And I've been searching for her for years, for the last 5 years to be exact.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say to no avail. You haven't been able to track her down.
Mm-mm. She left Lynchburg, Virginia when I was a little kid and moved up New York. And I've been talking to the college too. Of course, back in those days, we didn't have internet or nothing. It was all pencil and paper stuff. So I've got her picture, but I'm 50 years old now. She's probably 80, 90 years old. She's probably dead for all I know.
I'm glad you said that because I was getting ready to say she might not be above ground any longer.
Yes. So if she's still around or out there somewhere, I just want to say thank you. I don't forget that car she had. It was that Mustang. It was a Mustang. It was one of those. They had the T tops and had all the stupid lights in the console. You know, if you went around a corner, it would say oil, oil, oil level critical. Well, not the Eclipse did that, but the Mustangs did. But a light would come on in it, or it would tell you the drawer was ajar and stuff. This was way back in the late '70s, early '80s.
You saying that? We saw a Camaro yesterday. We stopped in to see my uncle on the way back home, and oh man, jet black, just a
Nice.
beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. I almost wanted to turn around and follow him and see if I could, catch up with him and have a talk with him or whatever. But I knew better than to try that. So, oh god,
I just wish I could find this girl and say, "Hey, thank you." You know, I put it down for many years, but I picked it right back up. And me being in aviation and then I had photography too, it was a perfect mix.
yeah.
But I've ventured out. Now I'm doing video. Well, you've seen some of the bands I video.
Mm-hmm. I have.
It's been kind of cool. I like it. Even though I got hit hard with this COVID stuff, I didn't get the COVID stuff, but I was booked up so much I was going to quit my regular job. And now I'm like, Oh man, I'm so thankful I didn't quit. I just wish I could find this lady. I know where that photo's at. It's still hanging in that same club. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I haven't had much luck. I've tracked down a couple people I knew when I was younger, a couple of classmates, and believe it or not, one ex-wife. She's in Alaska now.
You
But
tracked down the ex-wife?
I did. I had to. In order for Lorna and I to get married, and in order for Lorna to get her citizenship, we had to divulge, which is stupid, all of my history. And one of the questions is,
That stuff is stupid.
you know the
I know what
deal.
you're talking about. Yeah. So you don't need to say anymore.
So I did reach out to a couple people, and a couple people said, last we heard she's in Alaska, so I started searching up there. And oddly enough, I thought I located who I thought it was. Of course, there was no picture. It was just her name. And I wrote an email. I said, I don't know if you're her or not, but if you are, we used to be married back in the late 70s, early 80s. And I really need your help because I can't remember where we got married and where we got divorced. So I get this letter back as, you have it correct. Good to hear from you, yada, yada, yada. And here's where it was. So that's the last I had contact with her. Well, I told her thanks, of course, but I've never had luck tracking people
So today
down.
I got the opportunity. My mom asked me if I wanted to go with her to pick up the kids. So I had the opportunity to go sit in the car and have different scenery for probably a good 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, I joked with Mrs. K a couple times a day. She was complaining about something. I said, if you want to drive, I'll be more than glad to trade you places and sleep. But she never did take me up on my offer.
Does she have a license, Ken?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Okay.
We had to get her license in Illinois because her California license was expiring. So she does have a license. We haven't heard back from the car yet. Looks like the lady at the license branch is going to be correct. It's going to be November before we get that done, which is okay. We have until December to get it transferred from. The plates on the car will expire in December out of Illinois.
Well, you've only got one. The good news about that is you've only got one more full week of October, and then it'll practically be November.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Going to be here rather quickly. We're here at the 17th. Yeah, one full week left.
I don't forget what today is, since today I was hopefully going to be hired and started today, because that's when but didn't happen.
I won't forget what today is because I spent 5 hours driving on around and doing nothing.
But
Jose left because of his audio issues. He said he wasn't able to get them fixed. So, and I quote, "I'm in a noisy place."
Oh, what the heck?
Well, if you would have heard it, you would have clearly knew he was in a noisy place.
Jose, the photographer.
Yep, Jose up in.
Oh, he's a cool guy.
Up around your neck of the woods, I believe.
Oh yeah, me and him's been trying to hook up. We're just not doing it. And
Photography wars.
Yeah. He even told me in one of our conversations that he will hire me as a second photographer.
Nice.
I'm like, well, that's cool, dude. But I really don't do that kind of stuff. But that's cool.
It's still an honor to be given the offer, though, right?
Yeah.
So
he kind of drilled my head 2 or 3 months ago.
Well, I pick his brain all the time on green screen issues and photography issues, and we haven't really gotten a lot of editing yet into that.
I have a hard time understanding him. His English is not.
English is not his native language.
Yeah. So I'm like, huh? You know, and when I go, huh? I just want to ignore it and move on to my next project and forget about it.
If I say huh, it's because my hearing's going bad.
It's not his fault. It's kind of my fault. I don't understand where he's coming from.
Well,
sure, let's get together and let's make a bunch of money. Why not? Let's do that. Get to the point, dude. Quit going around and beating around the bush. You know?
You have a hearing loss too, do you not?
Yes, I do. 82% my left ear.
Oof.
How much?
82% my left ear.
It's almost deaf.
Yeah, I am. And that's what happens when you grow up in a pilot family. 50 years ago, we didn't have protective headsets for a 4-month-old.
No, it probably wasn't even thought of actually back then.
No, it wasn't. But I'm proud of it. I'm glad I grew up the way I did.
Sure.
I have no regrets. I've met Doug. I've met so many cool people.
You've met us. Alex, why are you like low in the camera here? Are you like being stealth all of a sudden? You're like down here like I mean, are you getting ready to do an effect like
He's
Is that what you're getting ready to
meditating.
do?
Come on now, leave him alone.
Hey, Alex. You got about 2 minutes when the timer goes off. You want to guess what may or may not happen?
Is your egg gonna blow up again?
Lucky
Now,
for
can
you, the timer doesn't work very well. I still would like to get a straight I think he did it as a joke. I think he probably got it to use it and it don't work, so he sent it to me. Really?
I don't think he got it. Can you set that timer on that egg when it's equinox and see if it stands up straight as it's counting down?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no.
You got to at least try it. Now you know I'm messing with you.
Well, yeah.
I made you look, didn't I? Oh, is it clicking?
I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, see if you can hear this. Can you hear it?
No.
It's clicking. I can hear it. I can hear it through the microphone. I still don't think it works right, though.
That's because we're almost 1,000 miles away.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me turn the volume up somewhere.
Oh, don't do that. They won't have major echoes. When
No, I
somebody...
finally have the mixer set, and it seems to. I haven't gotten any complaints in the last couple of days, so I stay away from audio controls now. I got a note: do not touch audio controls. So the only thing I do is I switch it from the headphone to the speakers in the Yeti when I'm doing a recording, and then when I'm streaming, I go back to the headphones. Works out really good. Speaking of that, how many people may or may not have watched part 1 today? And if you didn't, that's fine. I'll put Alex in the waiting room for punishment.
I was taking a nap. Sorry, I missed it.
I
How was
watched
that
it,
work?
but I got one curious question.
Only one. That's surprising. Go ahead.
Yeah. What was wrong with your video? You were talking 1,000 miles a minute.
I did that intentionally. I was messing around with the speed where you can fast forward both the audio and the video. And then I was making a further adjustment in the audio to speed it up even more. He looks lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you
But
take
yeah,
if you take the video track or the audio, if you take the entire track, audio and video, and you speed it up times 10, okay,
Mhm.
then it's going to go by a little bit faster, and your voice is going to be a little bit faster, and you might be able to understand what someone's saying. If you times 100, then it's going to speed it up even faster, and you might be able to. And if you speed it up 1,000, you're not going to be able to understand it. So what I should have done is when I sped the video up at 3,500 times speed, I should have muted the audio because that is rather confusing and annoying. And tomorrow, part 2 will be the video broken into segments of how I did all that. I am stumbling, and literally I mean stumbling across so many things in DaVinci Resolve that it's not even funny. It really is not.
I'm sorry, I'll be sleeping.
One of these, yeah, I hear you. One of these days, I'm going to put it all together for something, for some good use, actually. In fact, Alex and I were just talking about this tonight, that I really want to expand. I'm clearly not going to expand this. This is what it is. This is fine. I'm okay with this. This is great. DaVinci, Daily DaVinci, I would like to expand it, but there's only so much you could do with Daily DaVinci before it's like, oh yeah, you did that yesterday or the day before or the day before. Which seems to work for Michael Fryer, but I don't think it'll work for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
How did your appointment go today? I was going to ask you that
I
earlier.
was just gonna tell you that. I don't know if you read my post or not, but yeah, I was in the hospital. I don't know how it went. I'm still kind of in the same amount of pain. And he said, yeah, give it about 6-7 days. He's gonna call me at the end of the month, see how I'm doing.
Well, the good news is you're with us tonight, right?
Yep.
So you're not in a hospital bed. That's good.
Nope.
And you're sitting up, so whether that's good
Yeah.
or not. But I mean, you can tell you're in a little bit of pain. So good. End of the week, you might know.
End of the month. He's gonna
end
call
of
me
the
on the
month?
31st. Yeah.
Wow.
He wants to give it 2 weeks before I kick in, and then he's gonna call me, and if he's gonna get the news that he thinks he is, I could be going down to Hennepin.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, that's I'll be going to Hennepin Hospital.
Oh, that's a
down
bad
in the
thing.
Twin Cities.
Mm.
Because he's gonna have to take a further, closer look at it. Because if this injection shot doesn't work and doesn't take hold, which I kind of have a feeling it might not, because he drew blood out of it, and if you do that, you're supposed to stop. And this idiot didn't. The nurse lady said he did draw blood on that, but it seems like you're okay. It's like, yeah, I don't think it took a fail. Just wait 2 weeks. It might have. Not if it drew blood.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I was unaware of what was going on, Rick. So what was this test for?
It wasn't a test. I got, oh God, how do you say that? Lower lumbar epidural injection into my spine to stop the muscle spasms that I've been having.
Oh.
And it,
I thought it was something more major than that. My bad.
That's pretty damn major, Tim, if you think about it.
Well, it is major, but it got me concerned.
Well,
I mean, what has it got to be? He stuck a needle in my brain. Is that more major for you? I mean,
well, at least I'm not taking 2 or 3
I
steps.
had a good friend go through the same procedure, and he came out of it pretty good.
When you said lower lumbar spine, that's it. I'm done.
I knew exactly what he was talking about.
In fact,
but at first I thought it was something way more worse than that. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're fine. So we have a question for Alex on the tech side of the world. I just sent it to him in the form of a text so that he can read it and answer the text question, because if I read it, I'll get lost reading it. It's from Long Dog, who's out in the middle of the Empire Desert there in California.
Okay, I understand the question, Ken. My opinion of fast boot in Windows 10 and Windows 11 and Windows 8. It's all the same thing. It's that option under power options that says fast startup. My opinion is to disable it. And I have a very good reason as to why.
And that reason is
actually two good reasons. It doesn't do a full when you have it enabled, it's enabled by default, and it does not when you select shutdown, the computer does not do a full shutdown.
Kicks into
Meaning
hibernation.
that the hard drive goes into like a hibernate mode.
Yep.
Which causes problems if you want to if you need to recover your files using a Linux, using like a live Linux disk. It won't. If that fast startup is enabled in your Windows system, it won't allow you to access the hard drive from a Linux. That's reason number one. And reason number two, with the fast startup enabled, you cannot do wake on LAN. Like in order for me to be able to turn the machines on and off that we had on our Active Directory domain controller at college, I had to turn off the fast startup. But once I did that, I could click on a machine from the server at school and turn the machine on and off.
Is that on by default?
Yes, that is on by default. So my simple answer to that is disable it.
I disabled mine a long time ago.
If you have Uncle Carrie's Windows 10 optimizer, that's one of the options by default that it turns off.
Okay.
It turns fast startup off.
Okay.
I don't have that, but I do turn that off.
I have it somewhere, but I'm thinking since I've done some backups,
you don't have to have it, but I'm just saying if you have it, it's one of the things that it does.
All right.
Well, there's a few things in that. It's a nice program. He created it. It's a really great program. I would recommend it to anybody in a heartbeat. But I set up my things a little different so I don't use it, you know. But disabling that's the first thing on my list.
It's kind of like if I work on, since I've got it, if I work on somebody's computer, I may, run the two first things I'll do is check for updates, run that Uncle Carrie's optimizer, and go to 99 and grab a whole bunch of Google Chrome and VLC and stuff.
Really
Once you run that, you shouldn't need to run it again unless you have to reinstall Windows.
What about doing backups or restore from your backup, Chris? Will that negate it as well?
As long as it's backed up after you've already ran it.
It'll be fine. But if it's backed up, but if you restore from a backup before you ran it, you just have to run it again.
No, it was afterwards. I think Mike had a question. Did you, Mike?
Yes. For what are you going to say for the startup? Is it in the DOS or in Windows?
In Windows.
In Windows? Okay, I'll check that out.
It's under the power options.
Power options?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Long Dog says, Alex, given all the goofy things that we hear with Ken's computer, would you recommend Ken turn off fast boot just so we eliminate those goofy issues with the hibernation file?
I don't think that will eliminate all.
I don't think so either.
Well, I got even worse news for him. I ran Uncle Carrie's optimizer before, so it's got to be off, right?
Right.
So
you can.
It's a good thought. It was a good thought.
You can check it by going to settings.
He's
system.
Oh, there's a link to YouTube. Huh.
Settings, system.
I know what he's talking about.
Power.
I've never used optimizer from Carrie though, Uncle Carrie.
Power
I've
and
never.
power and sleep.
Yeah,
Okay, from there.
on the right-hand side, additional power settings.
Yeah. What am I
think
looking?
Think you click on choose what the power buttons do.
Yeah,
That's
I always put my main power button on and off.
Okay, from
And,
there.
and I disabled the sleep and hibernation BS also, and all the other different categories.
And you want to click on change settings that are currently unavailable.
Well, hang on, we'll just do this the right way.
Yeah. He's pointing you the right way.
What? Power shift?
There's no audio, so I don't need to share my audio.
Power shift?
So I'm to
It's
here
already
right.
turned. It's already turned off, Ken. I can see it. It's already.
Well, give
turned
me a
off.
chance to find it. Doggone it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's turned off because you see right here it's not on.
There's no check mark in the. In the
Okay.
box.
Well, it's grayed out. You can't change it.
Okay.
It's grayed out because you need to.
It's grayed out. You can't change it.
Right, it is. And no, I can't. So
But maybe the two big other rectangle blocks, you can change them.
well, I want to leave it
But
as is.
I would leave them alone.
Yeah, I clearly am going to do that. So let me get us back to where we need to be. Good. So, I'm not going to get lucky and one little setting fix my problems. But that's a good thought, Long Dog. We appreciate it.
And we know you don't want to. You don't want to nuke and pave it.
Not yet. I do not. Right now, with turning Stream Deck off, and when I do a recording, turning Zoom off, that seems to have fixed a lot. So I'm gonna go a couple more weeks and see if that is solved or not.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah, it's for Alex again. You see, it's a power share in Windows.
It's under the control panel, power options, and then you click on
You guys would have to show him where that's at. He doesn't know where it's at.
Okay,
Yes,
Mike.
it's possible. Please, can you show it?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do one better than that. Start your AnyDesk and let me know when you're running.
Me?
No, because it's for Mimi.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta start her any test. It won't be long.
Well, I thought we put it on her computer too, but here I'll show
Yeah,
you. I'll show you how to do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here. I'm going to bring this up on YouTube as well. All right, so now everybody should be seeing. There we go. All right. So, Mike, you want to go down to your settings? Go into settings. Go to power and sleep.
Power and sleep?
Yep. Then come over here to the right to additional power settings.
Yes.
Then go over here to the left to choose what the power buttons do. And then you should be able to change yours and hers in here. I ran Uncle Carrie's optimizer and it did it for me automatically.
You have to click on the button at the top, but that says change settings that are currently unavailable, and then that checkbox will become available.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this.
It will make them available.
It makes them available, correct, Tim? So
you can change them now.
I don't want to, though. I do not want to do that. I was just showing him what to click on.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you ungrade them, so you can change stuff now.
Correct.
That's all you did, but you haven't changed anything.
Right. So does that make sense to you, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to hit cancel. Now I'm going to make sure that it's truly canceled, and it is. It's grayed out, so no harm, no foul.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
Okay. Right.
Now I gotta go find the right buttons to
All right.
hit here.
Oh man, you really just messed me up. I gotta change my side. Shit.
Go check my time here since my timer's working, but it's not working.
Hell.
All I get is sleep and lock.
Well, I didn't pay that much attention. I have no idea what I'm getting.
You had like 4 or 5 options to change. I've only got 2 under shutdown settings.
I've got 4: turn on fast startup, sleep, hibernate, or lock.
It's not listed on mine.
Huh.
What the hell?
Well, Greg, it is me. I mean,
that don't sound right.
Yeah, you're probably looking in the wrong spot, Greg.
No, well,
he's going to share a screen and show us. Go ahead, Greg.
He's
Oh, I'm getting a migraine. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Greg,
I didn't do it.
No, that's a private joke between Greg and I. It's all good.
See?
I still
Wow,
didn't do
how
it.
do you only have
how
2?
the hell did that happen?
Yeah. Okay, everybody at the same time. How the hell did that? That's interesting. Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Showing an account picture menu.
Um,
Already.
go to the top left-hand corner and click on view.
Oh yeah, toolbars. Go
Let's
down.
explore lock and toolbars.
Go down. Oh, that's the wrong one. Who said view? What about tools? Nope. Oh, something happened.
You know what? I'm going to pump the chest up a little bit and say it's kind of good. I don't have all the problems.
See, I've got it.
Oh, there it goes. You got it? I'm watching this live. That's kind of cool.
How old is your computer, Greg?
2019, November.
A lot newer than some of the stuff I'm using. You know, I got that custom built one. That's kind of nice. That's for photos only, though.
I noticed I had my overhead light on, which had to throw the green screen off.
Got a AMD
Huh?
2600X. Got the second latest BIOS from Asus.
Oh, nice.
X470.
It's possible that the reason you don't have that option is not showing up in your settings, Greg, is because there's an option in your BIOS that is either enabled or disabled that is hiding it.
Okay, I'll check it.
But you can't show us your BIOS on.
Nah.
No.
But that is possible.
Yeah, if you got a separate camera and have it pointing at it,
He's lost his
have
cell
it pointing at it at the same time live. That's the only way you're gonna be able to capture it.
If I could find my damn cell phone.
So don't even worry about it.
Well, that gives you good reason to find your phone, though, right?
One of these years.
But that is rather
So
strange.
it might be buried in the BIOS somewhere, the settings.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Because every other computer that I've worked on, has had that setting.
And some of these stupid Windows updates turn some of that stuff on and off by accident sometimes, which is frustrating.
Right. There is a program that I like, a program that I like to use that reinstalls, that puts the Windows 7 games back on Windows 10. And every time a major update happens, guess what? Microsoft takes that app out, deletes it completely, and I have to reinstall it back in.
Really?
Kind of makes me think Microsoft don't want you using that.
It's just for like the old version of Minesweeper and Solitaire.
Ken, what's the temperature? It's 38 there now.
You what, Chris?
It's 38 degrees in Greenwood.
Oh shit, 38.
It
Really?
It does currently show 38 degrees. Yes.
I can show you the radar. You might not want to see it though.
How do you feel about the
Man.
waiting room? No, go ahead, Chris. You're fine.
Look right there, pink. That's ice.
Oh
Play
shit.
that. So
I know where that's at.
So Cincinnati looks like they're getting pelted with something. We look all right.
Yeah, they are getting pelted.
And that's
That
coming
doesn't
out.
exactly mean it's hitting the ground though. I mean,
Well, my app does say there's a
Look.
freeze warning tonight.
Look at
So
that! Look at that crap up there at Fort Wayne, though.
yeah,
They're getting hammered. And over to the
that blue and yellow is lights out.
oh man, and look at that one over Lake Erie. That's freaking snow over there.
yeah.
Well, that means gusty wind, I believe. That pink on Lake Michigan, and yeah,
Nah,
that's lake effect snow right there.
I'll stay right here where I'm at.
Well, it's
I
like
won't be nowhere near that.
Like I pointed
That's
out to
crazy,
someone,
though.
They got a gale warning.
we are 18 days into October. Weather is
It's
supposed to
been
change.
warm this year. What the hell?
Well, if you think it's warm, Tim, I'll invite you up to Minnesota. You'll quickly change your mind.
No, you can have that.
It's 20-some degrees here.
Right now it's 20 some degrees.
I believe so.
So my 38's a heat wave then, huh?
Yeah, it'd be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
75 here.
Right, to answer your question, Ken, they went in between the L3 and L4 in my back.
I heard that.
And you were awake during this, right?
Yeah, they just numbed me. They gave me some whatever it was, so I wouldn't feel it, and that stung, and then it burned. Then
Yeah,
for a couple seconds, they say, "Okay, we're done with that." Wait 5 minutes, and I didn't feel the rest of it.
I sometimes have found, though, when they say, we're going to give you this to numb you, I sometimes don't think it actually does numb you. I'm like, okay, I felt that. No, you didn't. You're numbed. I'm like, I felt that, you know? Now, whether it was psychological or I truly felt it, I don't know. And you're right.
They told me if I would have felt it, I would have been off the table. It's very, very, the sting level is very high on that if it fails.
Oh, I can imagine.
When I was a little kid getting my refills from my pump inside of me, I used to give us this cream that my mom would put on me before we left to go to the doctor. And now that I'm a big boy, I don't use that cream anymore.
We have question number 2 for Alex. Alex, are you ready for question number 2? It's an easy one, but you'll have to give it a few minutes of thought. We can do it another night. Nah, shoot question number 2. Why not? I got tech talk up. We're good.
Don't say it's an easy one though, because then it probably won't be.
He says okay. And we have awkward silence while Long Dong dictates his question. We've actually quieted Long Dong down. Let's ask him to ask questions all the time. He knows I'm kidding. I hope.
Ken, you do have some medical history, don't you?
A little
You
bit.
been a kind of a doctor, kind of somewhere.
I was a medical assistant and I was a nurse. I do have a little. Trying to forget a lot. Plus, I've got medical issues of my own. Primarily, I'm forgetful. Give me a minute to formulate the question. It has to do with USB SATA interfaces like a hard drive, but in this question we were talking about an SSD. Okay. Oh, he's teasing us. I get it. Just ask the question. Here's the question. See, that's quick. As we know, with all of these add-on USB devices that we can plug in our hard drives into as we need to, if you shut the computer off, most of the USB devices with their own power will stay running, meaning your hard drive and motor, and the motor is still spinning, putting time on your hard drive. Is that a question? That's more like a statement.
That is.
Huh?
That is right. I guess he's asking if that's if the hard drive stays running. Like, yes. That big IDE 3.5-inch hard drive that I connected to one of those IDE to USB converters has its own power. So when I plug that hard drive into my computer to recover the 5 gigs of data off of it that I was able to get, if I turn the computer off without turning that off, that would the hard drive would continue to spin.
His question is, what is your opinion on leaving a solid state drive plugged into your machine, and when you shut it off for the night, but the USB adapter, which is powered by an external source, is on? Does this have an effect on the life of the SSD?
If the adapter that you're plugging the SSD into has a external power source that's plugged into the wall, I would say unplug it, and yes.
So if I have a USB plugged into my hub, and I turn the computer off, and if I don't unplug the power source to the hub, it could still be running my mechanical drives?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
As long as it's got power.
I don't know what I'm more shocked at. The fact that I understood what the question was and I understand the concept, or, oh my goodness. I got to sit down on that one.
Like like my Blue Yeti microphone that I have here, I've got it plugged into a USB hub. But because the USB hub has power from the wall coming to it, if I turn the computer off, shut the computer all the way down,
right,
the red light on the microphone's still on.
Really? I thought you
the
were
only way to make the red light on the microphone go off is to unplug either unplug the microphone from the USB hub, or to unplug the USB hub from the power outlet in the wall.
I thought it said in the instructions not to plug the Yeti into a USB hub.
Well, I'm talking to you on the Yeti right now, and I've had this Yeti plugged into a USB hub for as long as I've had it. And the only issue I had with my Blue Yeti was the cable that it came with did not work. Fresh in the box, brand new cable did not work. So I had to hunt a cable that I've had, and ever since I plugged it in, it's been plugged into the USB hub, and it's been working perfectly fine.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear me right now.
Yes, Long Dog, it will still be, as long as it's got the power.
Are you repeating his questions again?
No, he's saying I should power things down, put my hand on it to see if it's still spinning, but I can't physically put my hand on any of my drives. They're all in the machine except for my Western Digital, and I unplug it from time to time anyway. So,
Like your smart TV, you turn it off when you go to bed, but there's still a small amount of power going to it while you're sleeping, so that when you turn it on in the morning, it has the instant on.
and it updates while it's off. Yes, I knew that.
Yeah.
Same way with your computer motherboard. Unless you turn off the actual power supply switch on the back, the motherboard stays powered, even if the computer's off.
Okay. My turn for a tech question with all
No.
the technical minds that are here tonight.
No,
Okay.
Maybe.
BH, would you like to pre-answer the question before I answer it? This is like Jeopardy.
It's probably an IDE controller.
Should I go to my manufacturer's website of the motherboard and see if there's a BIOS update? And if there is, should I update my BIOS?
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but just in
fingers
case
crossed.
Josh is
Yes.
watching, yes, but just in case Josh is watching, no.
Yes. Yeah.
Just if you do it, just make sure that you do not do it when it's thundering, lightning, or even sprinkling, raining outside, because you risk the chance of losing power. And if you lose power while you're updating the BIOS, you're toast.
What about a snow shower?
Just do it.
Snow shower's okay?
No.
I can't even update mine on a clear sunny day because we just suddenly lose power. It
Oh,
happened the
wow.
other day. It went off, came back on. It's like, thank God it wasn't doing a BIOS update. I would have bricked that board. That happens unexpectedly at least a couple times a week. It's from down across the bridge. They say there's something wrong over there and it's affecting us, and our electricity just click, click. I mean, it's just my computer's off. And every time it happens, I'm thinking about doing a BIOS update, and like, thank God I didn't.
Get you a USB, a US, what is it called?
A UPS.
Yeah, but like
Power
Greg
supply.
says, those are only supposed to be used for powering the computer off. You can't use them for anything else.
You can get you one that has a USB cable that will connect to the computer that will tell you with a little program that you can install on the computer that will tell you how much runtime is available on the UPS, or some have little screens, little LCD screens that will tell you how much how many minutes of runtime you've got, and as long as it's like I say at least 30 minutes of runtime, you've got enough time to do a
Yeah.
BIOS
Who
update.
said you're not supposed to use it? You're supposed to only use it to shut the computer down?
I think Greg did. You said that they're good for shutting your computer off, give you enough time to properly shut it off.
Oh, well, I
I,
have to disagree with that. Back when my grandma had her house phone service was through her cable modem. I got her one just to plug her cable modem into, just so she would have phone service when the power went off.
No, I think that's so when Alex is there, he'll have it when they're live.
Yeah.
Question number 3.
Now it was for her because she don't have good cell phone service.
That's only 11. Everybody should be seeing my motherboard on their screen, I hope.
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
So where do I go to find out current BIOS?
Support, top right,
Right there.
support.
Right here?
Right there.
the bottom support, not the top.
No, that's it right there. Don't.
Yeah,
Okay, right here, support.
yeah.
Okay. And then click on BIOS firmware right here.
Right.
Okay. And then, okay,
Now,
I'm
go up to
lost
the
even
top.
more. Do what, Greg?
Just go up to the top
top on the right-hand side.
This one?
No,
Scroll up.
down.
Okay, I can't go up any further.
Now, see the black buttons?
Yes, right here.
Yeah.
Click on driver and utility. You're on
Yeah.
it. And then go down.
Oh, and then it shows your operating system.
You want to click on BIOS and firmware. Right now you're on drivers and tools. You want to click on, yeah.
Alex for the 18th time. All right, so now what am I looking
Top one
for?
should be your latest.
Huh?
The top one should be your latest BIOS.
Yeah, I'm having issues. 1621, and it was dated November 23rd, 2021, which I happen to know that is the current one of 1621. So I'm good. I don't have to worry about it. Right?
Right.
Right.
I don't have to worry about any of this other nonsense either.
Nope.
Good. Cool. But I should time to time check and see what it is though, right?
I mean, you can.
Do the show all right there.
Show
probably-
all. Oh, right here?
No.
The other one.
Under
Oh.
BIOS to show all. It's probably, no. Yeah, now to show all. Right
Oh,
there.
right here. Okay. Oh, so you're looking at the specific BIOSes then. Okay.
Yeah, you probably up to date.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I will check that upon shutting the stream down and Zoom down, and then I'll come back and let you guys know what it is. Okay. I learned something today. There we go. Speaking of that, we are an hour and 31 minutes. Been a good show with some tech questions from Long Dog and answers from Alex. I have learned a little bit. I'm going to start the stream. I'll go click on the end stream button. And first and foremost, I want to thank Greg Guy for being second again. Congratulations, Greg. Greg, you got that down pat now.
I'm working on it.
Oh, don't interrupt me. I'm eating a chip, doggone it.
Hey, I got a quick question for Alex.
Jesus.
Oh, go ahead.
I've been trying to copy a CD. It's an old CD. It's got a little bit of scratches. Well, got some scratches on it. And I'm trying to make an ISO of it. It's been burning. It said burning for 4 hours and 14 minutes. And I unchecked the stop on air or whatever. And it says time remaining 2 hours and 50 minutes. And it's just at 60%. Do you think there's a chance of it finishing?
No. Your source CD, the CD that you're trying to make a copy of, has got scratches.
Yeah, but it's already got it to 59%.
If the CD that you're trying to make a copy of has scratches, you need to clean the CD as best you can and then try it again. And if it don't work after that, then the copy can't be made.
Okay, well, since it's got the 60%, I think I'm just gonna let it go overnight and see what it does. Not that I'm saying you're wrong, but
So real quick before I go, Long Dog says something about something called Armory Crate. It's a program that's supposed to keep BIOS updated, among other things. I doubt that I have it because it's not sounding familiar. He says to check to see, go to the menu for programs and see if you have it installed. I'll do that once I restart. So
it kind of sounds like the name of it kind of sounds like one of those monthly subscription boxes that you would get, and they would send you stuff.
okay.
No, it's not.
Do you have it, Greg?
No, what it does, it's like the Gigabyte apps. It checks all your versions against their web server, and then it pops up a boxes. You need to update these 5 things.
Okay.
Put a check mark there and click the button.
I think I know who I'm getting my advice from.
in other words, I call that pretty much bloatware.
All right, real quick. Greg Guy, Tony Wallow, Robert Michael, B.H. Ringer, Photo Mix Media, Dr. Rob was in the house. Mike Perrin was in the house. Sean Gallagher was in the house. Hopefully,
I was there. Don't forget me.
I haven't come across your name yet, Chris. Let me go back to the top. Long Dog was in the house. And
I'm here.
Tim is on Zoom, but you weren't on. This is the YouTube side. We do this and then we jump over here. Anyway, Chris Garrett, Mike Perrin, Rick Lakes, Alex Cheek, Mimi, Greg Guy, Tim Soul, and myself. We're going to sign off YouTube now. I'm going to do a restart and I'll rejoin everybody on the doggone Zoom in a few minutes. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow for another premiere, which will be part 2, and it'll probably be just as bad as today's was. Have a good